Have you ever heard a rumor that you just couldn't believe no matter how many times you heard it? Something so wild it left your jaw on the floor? In golf, there's more fiction than facts flying around. People spin stories around their obsessions, whether it's Good Golf, Rick Shields, or Tiger Woods, and they sound so authentic you end up buying into them. But today, we're going to debunk 5 of these theories that you might have believed your whole life. But before we dive into the truth, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Let's start with one of the most insane golf conspiracy theories ever, the supergroup sensation. This rumor caught fire and spread everywhere, suggesting that Grant Horvat and Micah Morris are secretly plotting to form their own golfing supergroup. They both reached new heights with Good, but as the saying goes, people often stab the backs that helped them grow. After parting ways with Good, Grant and Micah have been seen hanging out together more frequently, fueling debates about what they might be planning next. People are going nuts, speculating about potential partnerships and sponsors lining up to back their supposed supergroup. Just think about it. Grant and Micah, the dynamic duo of golf, with giants like Nike or Titleist backing them. And oh, the historical context makes this even juicier. Remember, famous sports duos who split and then reunited for even greater success? LeBron James and Dwyane Wade ring a bell? The idea of Grant and Micah following in their footsteps is enough to make any golf fan's head spin. Their combined talent and charisma could revolutionize the sport, no doubt about it. But wait a minute, let's hit the pause button and dig a little deeper. Both Grant and Micah have been pretty clear in their interviews about wanting to focus on their solo careers. Grant has been all about building his personal brand, and Micah is carving out his niche too. The financial and logistical hurdles of forming a new group are no joke. They'd need significant funding, a solid team, and a killer strategy to pull this off. So while the supergroup sensation theory is thrilling and makes for epic gossip, it's a classic case of the rumor mill running wild, fueled by fans' imaginations and a few perfectly timed photos. But hey, who doesn't love a good conspiracy theory? Whether it's true or not, it keeps the golf community buzzing and adds an extra layer of excitement to the sport. Then there is a theory stating Grant Horvat's wife broke up Good Golf like Yoko Ono broke up the Beatles. There, I said it. That's the juicy rumor flying around, and it's so wild it might just be true. Or is it? They're saying she wanted more quality time with him, and that's why he left. But first off, Grant and his wife have been pretty straightforward in their interviews. She's not the reason he left Good. They've both denied this theory, explaining that their relationship is rock solid. She's been nothing but supportive of his career. So where's this idea coming from? Fans just love a good scandal, I guess. And it's not like Good didn't try to make things work. They offered Grant the kitchen sink to keep him happy. It was a flexible, supportive environment. They bent over backwards to keep things smooth. Let's also talk about other golfers who balance family life and career without a hitch. Phil Mickelson, for example, is a master at this. He travels all the time for tournaments, but always makes time for his family. It's a common challenge in sports, and many have navigated it without any drama. Grant's situation is no different. He could handle it too. So Grant's departure from Good Golf wasn't because of some dramatic love story. Grant Horvat's departure from Good Golf was all about the bad blood boiling over. Seriously, fans are like detectives, analyzing every heated glance and curt exchange, convinced they're onto something big. But hold up, let's peel back the layers of this story. When you actually listen to what the other Good members have to say about their group's chemistry, a different picture starts to emerge. Sure, they've had their disagreements. Who hasn't? Spending so much time together, creating content, traveling and competing, you're bound to step on each other's toes now and then. They've all admitted to the occasional spat, but they also stress that it's completely normal and not a big deal. Behind the scenes, Good has worked hard to keep things running smoothly. They've invested in team-building activities and developed conflict resolution strategies to make sure everyone's on the same page. So, while the bad blood boil theory is a thrilling tale, it's more smoke than fire. The reality is that Good, like any other successful team, has its ups and downs, but they work through them. The supposed infighting isn't the dramatic meltdown some might want to believe. It's just the normal ebb and flow of a group working together to pursue their shared passion and ambitions. Now, before I spill the beans on the most hilarious and unbelievable theory on the list, I bet you'll want to subscribe to the channel. If you've stuck with me this far, you're definitely going to love what's coming next. Then there is another conspiracy theory about Rick Shield. Yeah, he is considered as the mastermind behind the Good split. And the godfather of golf, content himself, pulling the strings like some kind of golf world puppet master. Sounds like a plot ripped straight from a Hollywood thriller, right? Let's break down this wild conspiracy theory and see if it holds any water, or if it's just a load of bunk. So who is Rick Shields? If you don't already know, he's the guy in the golf world. Millions of subscribers, a massive reach, and the Midas touch when it comes to golf content. Fans are convinced his influence is so powerful, he could orchestrate the breakup of Good Golf. They point to a series of events that supposedly tie Rick to the split. Every little comment he makes, every subtle hint in his videos or podcasts gets dissected like it's the Zapruder film. Rick's talked a lot about competition and inspiration on his podcasts, which only adds fuel to the fire. Some people believe he's been plotting this move for years, carefully setting the stage for a dramatic coup. The motivations they speculate about are juicy. Did Rick see Good as a threat? Was he worried they were about to steal his crown as the king of golf content? It's the kind of drama that keeps people hooked. But let's take a step back and look at the facts. Rick Shields has laughed off these theories, saying they're as absurd as they sound. He's denied any involvement, pointing out how ridiculous the whole idea is. If Rick was exposed as the guy behind this plot, it would be a PR nightmare. His credibility would take a nosedive, and his career could be in serious trouble. Why risk it? Experts in digital content creation have also chimed in, saying this kind of conspiracy would be nearly impossible to pull off. Orchestrating a split like this would require a level of secrecy and coordination that's almost unachievable, especially in our hyper-connected world. So while the Rick Shields riddle makes for a great story, it doesn't hold up when you really scrutinize it. It's built on a shaky foundation of speculation and wild assumptions. The idea of Rick as a Trojan horse, sneaking into Good and tearing it apart from the inside, is thrilling but ultimately far-fetched. What's more plausible is that the changes in Good were driven by internal factors and personal decisions. Groups evolve, people's priorities change, and sometimes things just don't work out. Now let me take you straight into one of the most electrifying rumors rocking the golf world, the IPO intrigue. Word on the green is that Good Golf might be gearing up for a massive initial public offering. That's right, people are buzzing with the theory that Good is about to hit Wall Street, letting fans and investors buy a piece of the action. First, let's break down what an IPO is and why it's such a big deal. An initial public offering is when a private company goes public, selling shares to investors for the first time. This move can inject a ton of cash into the company, fueling expansion and innovation. Think of it as the corporate equivalent of hitting a hole in one. Just look at sports giants like Manchester United, who went public and saw their brand skyrocket. Now, what would this mean for Good Golf? Financial analysts are drooling over the potential valuation. Given their explosive growth and rabid fan base, Good could be worth a fortune. Hypothetical numbers are flying around, with some suggesting they could be valued in the high millions. Members of Good could become overnight millionaires, their pockets lined with stock options and dividends. It's the kind of financial windfall that could change their lives and the dynamics of the group. But hold on to your clubs, because the implications for the golf community could be game-changing. An IPO would likely bring significant changes to Good's content and brand strategy. To attract and retain investors, they might amp up production quality, diversify their content, or even branch into new areas like merchandise or exclusive events. It could mean more polished videos, bigger collaborations, and a flood of new content to keep viewers hooked. The ripple effects of Good going public would extend beyond just their group. It could set a new precedent for golf content creators and digital influencers. Other golf personalities might consider similar moves. leading to a wave of IPOs in the digital sports content industry. This could elevate the entire golf content ecosystem, bringing more investment and visibility to creators who've been grinding away on YouTube and social media. Looking ahead, the future of Good post-IPO could be dazzling. With fresh capital, they could expand their team, invest in cutting-edge equipment, and maybe even launch their own golf tournaments or training academies. The sky's the limit, and the golf community is on the edge of their seats, waiting to see what happens next. As we wrap up, let's keep the conversation going. What do you think about these theories? Are there any you believe could be true? Or do you have your own wild ideas about what's really happening behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.